Hi, it's Ramble and this is another monthly design. In this monthly design we're using Photoshop for a change, and it's a project that was suggested to me on my Facebook page. I'm going to be cartooning myself. I will try to walk you through a little bit what I'm doing, but this is by no means a tutorial. I will link a tutorial to this method down below, but this is more of a video to see the speed art part of things. So, cartooning yourself in Photoshop is always easier if you have a photo reference. With this method, you could cartoon anything. My first tip would be to work from back to front, so you don't have to reorganize the layers afterwards. However, if you can tell, I didn't really follow my own advice, and I then start reorganizing the layers because I didn't start from back to front. No, I just went, I'll do this part and then I'll just randomly jump to another part. Now, starting on the picture layer, take the color picker and choose the area you would like to do first. Pressing the new fill layer, go to solid color. It will add the color you have previously selected. And now pressing on the white rectangle and pressing Command I will reverse the color. Now, using the pen tool, you can make any shape you want. When you have completed the shape, click Command Enter and this will make a selection. Now pressing Alt Backspace will fill your selection and pressing Command D will deselect your selection. And that is the very short and sweet version of what you would learn in the tutorial in the link below. You could go as detailed as you wanted to, or you could really stick to the basic outlines of the facial features. I remember when I got Photoshop for the first time for university, and in my university we didn't learn the programs, but that's a whole different story. And so I went on YouTube and watched Photoshop tutorials, and one of the first Photoshop tutorials I watched was cartooning yourself. And I really enjoyed it. I liked doing it. I cartooned my boyfriend and he liked it so much that he changed his profile picture on WhatsApp to that picture. However, over time I've stopped using Photoshop as much and I got better at Illustrator, and a lot of people you meet in the design world will either say, I'm really good at Photoshop, but I'm really bad at Illustrator. Or you will meet someone who will say, I'm really good at Illustrator, but I suck at Photoshop. And now I really need to go back to learning about the Photoshop things as well, because I don't want to be a one-trick pony. For those of you who don't know, I started an apprenticeship. And in my apprenticeship, I use Illustrator the most because I'm most efficient in Illustrator. But I've talked to my supervisor and she's told me, next time I give you a project which can be done in Illustrator or Photoshop, I will make you do it in Photoshop and then you will learn to do it in Photoshop. It might not be the method of choice later in your life, but then you at least know how to work with Photoshop and how to really do the things you would do in Illustrator in Photoshop. I'm really thankful for that because it will really push me to get into things that I'm not really most comfortable with, but that's how I learn. I like just learning by doing is sort of the method I enjoy most. And it's also a reason why I stopped going to university. I went to university for 2 semesters and apart from that, everything was extremely abstract. I seem to be not learning practical things for the future, which is a big thing for me. I want to do things for the future and learn and improve and feel like I'm improving. My company actually gives me proper work. They won't just sit me in the corner and give me exercises. They will say, well, now do this for the company. And it would be a job that any of the design team would have to do, but they give it to me so I can really get into it. And I really, really love this method, and I've learned so much in the last 3 months that I've been there. It feels like I've learned so much more than what I learned in university, and I was there for a year. 2 semesters, that's 2 times 6 months, and I feel like I've learned more in 3 months than I have in a year. Maybe I'll make a whole video of why I decided to leave university and go into an apprenticeship, but I definitely don't regret my decision at all, and I'm really loving the apprenticeship, and I think it will really bring me further in life. And I've met a lot of interesting people by doing it this way, by leaving university and starting a new path. Right at the end of this video, I will show you the progress and how far I got to, but I'm not finished in this video. As always, there will be a monthly design result video, and there you will see the results, the finished picture. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you have monthly design suggestions, leave them in the comments down below or on any of my social media platforms like Twitter or Facebook. I'd love to hear your suggestions, and I'll see you next week. Bye!